And we're back with some more megamanzxadvent. Last time we took down both Thetis and Aeolus and got 2 more transformations. This time around, we're going to continue with our globe-trotting adventures with the Scrapyard. What is this place? There's junk everywhere. That's a scrapyard. There are mountains of discarded machines. Until only recently, they were all buried in snow. Imagine that. I don't see any snow. The heat from the machines melted it all. Machines that were thrown away because they were supposedly broken became mavericks and started working again. Scrap that just starts working again? That's the reason I had you two come here. Whoever is controlling the scrap should be here too. Oh wait. Take them down and scrap the mavericks. Scrapping mavericks in the scrapyard. By the way, see that pile of junk right there? Yeah, you sink. So you might want to be careful about that. So, while we're traversing through the scrapyard and collecting data disks, I have a bit of an announcement to make in regards to cybersleep. So, I actually did a bit of practice recording for cybersleep, and needless to say, we have officially entered the point in Cyber Sleuth where, we're gonna have to start level grinding, which I have been doing. So if the parts of Cyber Sleuth start becoming more sporadic, well, now you know the reason why. There you go. So yeah, these levers here, you need to latch onto them with Sharnak here to open these doors. By the way, don't stand under these doors either, because you will get crushed. This has happened to me. Scrapyard falling. Ow. Why'd I do that? Let's deal with those. Get the lever. And now we don't have to worry about falling debris. Ow. You know, not gonna lie, I completely forgot that was even there. Luckily, playing on casual mode comes with its perks. There we go. Let's see. I remember. So, let's do this. Transform into Chronoforce. Slow down time. And then... There we go. There we go. Lights up. I believe that is actually our first life up, if I recall correctly. Alright. So now I have these blocks that like to move around. We gotta hit the lever in order to get them to move, like so. Yeah, there are 4 life ups, 4 sub-tanks, and 4 biometal upgrades. On beginner mode and normal mode, if you're playing on expert difficulty, there's only 2 sub-tanks, and the wait, shut the keep it like this. There we go. There's only 2 sub-tanks, and there we go. So yeah, there's only 2 sub-tanks, and by the way, in case you're wondering, you guys are gonna have to crush by that, by getting squished in between the wall and that shield enemy. So, might want to be careful about that. So yeah. Hit the switch. Get rid of this thing. Alright. You gotta hit the lever here. And then... jump. Oh! Alright, another door. Smack. And here we are. So we took out the 4 megamans. So that just leaves pseudoroids. Starting with our first neutral pseudoroid.
I see you pushed your way through all of those mavericks to get a special front row seat to watch me perform. That's pretty mega of you, Mega Man Model A. I'm Voltron. I play the part of the prince. who kisses Model W's and wakes them up.
Model W's? Are they in there?
Not so fast. That's where the VIP seats are. I'm afraid you can't go in there. What do you say we start the show? I'll play guitar and you'll sing the vocals. I'm looking forward to the finale as you scream your last breath.
So the funny thing about Vultron here is that there are 2 pseudo medals we can get. Though I started trying to get one of them, it didn't pan out, so since one of them requires hitting him with nothing but the Get a Crush. This is also why it's often recommended for getting the pseudo medals to do so before by the way, that's exactly what, by the way, in case you're wondering what those speakers do, aside from chucking rocks at you, they will disable your their attacks. God damn it. So if I deliberately stall the match out, now you know why. Get a crush ready. Ow. Yeah, I am looking at the timer right here. Whoa. Ah, fuck. There's also there's a secret medal you can get for using Aeolus' Sonic Boom attack to finish him off. That being the third hit of the combo. Oh yeah, there you go. Bronze and gold.
What? This was supposed to be Mega's death concert, not mine! Ah!
By Vulturon. By the way, in case you're wondering, yes, Vulturon does have a vulture-like appearance. I didn't really go over his moves. Aside from that speaker attack you probably saw him doing, as well as spawning the little scrap mavericks, he constantly hovers in the air, like throughout the entire fight, and he also will smack you with his guitar. He does have another attack if you're playing on normal, but since we're playing on casual...
I hear it.
Hear what?
The discarded machines. The mechanoids.
That tracks.
Their voices of sadness, of pain, of anger. All food for Model W.
Gross.
Pandora!
Can you not hear it? The cries of this world, of this planet.
Of course I hear it! How could I not? And you always seem to be at the center of those screams.
That's not so.
What?
Those screams are because of you and that Albert fellow.
Say what?
Even as you awoke, destiny had already been set in motion.
heck are you talking about?
The time will come when you shall know everything, and you will be driven to despair.
I'll know everything? Driven to despair? What was that about?
Good question.
She took Model W with her. She's definitely odd.
I'm old.
Good work. The Mavericks in that area seem to be settling down. Mission accomplished. Don't forget to submit a report.
Am I the only one who hears, what's his name from, Deltarune Chapter 4? And now I cannot unhear it. What the? Somebody's done something to this room. How are you supposed to get past that? Yes, I know. You can morph into a Vulture and use his ability. Voltron can scale walls. You should be able to grab onto that counterweight and pull it down. Voltron can also hover. To use hover, press and hold the jump button in midair. It looks like it uses up some of your BM gauge, though. In other words, be careful hovering for long periods of time. Yeah, so you know that one disc from all the way back? Yeah, you were supposed to wait until you got this exact transformation in order to get it. This is Voltron, by the way. You can hover, jam on the tune, smack somebody with his guitar, and do this. You can also do this on the walls. Luckily, sticking on the walls doesn't consume your BM gauge. Though his walk animation is funny, because it's not even walking. So yeah, pretty nifty form overall, but not one that I use often. Got some energy crystals. Yeah, I would consider the Pseudoroid forms to be more specialty or utility forms, rather than all-purpose forms. Anyway, now that's done, let's head for the control center. And holy shit, this place is on fire. This heat is unbearable. What the heck is going on? That building is the control center for several energy furnaces in the surrounding city. But the Mavericks have caused an uncontrolled thermal runaway. If you don't do something, the energy furnaces will explode. These guys don't mess around, do they? We don't know how long those furnaces have until they blow. Do something to take charge of that control center. By the way, funny thing about those fires in the chandelier, you can put them out. Ah, nuts. Hold on. There we go. Easy data disk. As I said before, I'm not going for every data disk, nor will I be going for every chip upgrade. Only the ones that I know I can get. Anyway, so we could scale the elevator, or we could turn into Rose Spark. And climb all the way up the wire. There's a reason why I'm doing this. Oh! By the way, on the subject of side quests, there are some side quests I will be doing. Yeah, one of the trade-offs with Rosebark is that he's got a massive hitbox. Oh! 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 Such a fucking waste. I'd rather not. Oh. Going on up. Oh. And this is the reason why I chose to do this. There is our second and life up. Alright, that's heart tank number 2. Slice. But Voltron is actually one of the easier pseudoroids to get the pseudoroid medals for. Slice. Yep. By the way, the sonic boom attack that I talked about, that's the move. There we go. Ow. There we go. Yeah, this mini boss is pretty straightforward, so I didn't really feel the need to explain it. Just destroy the eyeballs. And try not to get hit. Ow. There is another area that this is another one of those areas we're gonna have to go back to for a side quest. Oh, this bit. So, funny thing about this. So, if you notice these platforms, if you try to wall jump them, they'll disappear. The intended way is for you to wall jump between the platforms. Yeah, you can just do that. This is why I like to get Model H as soon as possible. Because, God, you don't know how good having an air dash is until you, like, don't have it. Like, man. This is why Model H is probably my favorite of the transformations. Oh, wait, what? Just grab this. Destroy the rocket launcher goons. So, up here, right? You might notice there's these platforms. There's a door right up there. I'm gonna save that for a side quest that we get later on. Slice, 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 grab, slice, slice. By the way, if you can guess, the next pseudoroid is weak to Model H's attacks, but there is a pseudoroid medal I want to get. Like I said, I'm not going for every pseudoroid medal, just the ones that I know I can get away with getting.
It's been a while, but I see you're surviving the game of destiny. Well, have you found anything out about yourself?
Shut up! What do you know?
Don't bark at me, scum! I've only come to retrieve this Model W. No rush. I'll cut you to ribbons soon enough. Look forward to it.
Ugh, he makes me sick.
My, did little Prometheus leave already?
Yes.
He's so impatient. In a moment, the energy furnaces will explode, and a beautiful fire flower will bloom,
Oh boy.
filled with sweet nectar, the nectar of terror.
So you're behind the thermal runaway.
That's right, boy. Oh, I mean Megaman Model A. I'm Queen Bee. I'll give you a taste of my special nectar. Despair, with a touch of bitterness.
Oh god, not the bees! So, one of these pseudoroid medals for Queen Bee here requires that you defeat her by only destroying the hive. Another pseudoroid medal requires that you defeat her by only damaging Queen Bee. And another that requires you to defeat her without her summoning the bees. As you can tell, we already failed on that one. Though, I'm going to tell you which one is which after this. Right now we're just going to defeat her without destroying the hive. Ow. I'm going to probably show off the other method. She is weak to thunder, so if you have Aeolus or Model H at this point, he'll do wonders against her.
What? You refuse my precious gift of despair?
So before I move on, I want to say, so, yeah, defeating Queen Bee without destroying the hive, that is the gold medal. Defeating her without her summoning one of her bees, like any of the bees, is silver. Defeating her via nothing but defeating her by only destroying the hive is bronze. On my practice playthrough, I got the silver medal even though she clearly summoned the bees. And I was like, wait, what? So, sometimes I feel like the game flips the last two for some reason. And I actually looked this up to make sure I wasn't, like, losing my mind or something. Because I was like, what? Because I did exactly that on my practice playthrough. And I got a silver medal instead of gold. I was like, what? It's like, but she clearly summoned the bees. It's like, I don't know how that works, but yeah, Queen Bee does have a pretty straightforward pattern between firing missile, summoning the bees, he's summoning the lasers. That's her with the hive. Without the hive, she just chucks fireballs at you with the stinger. However, she does have one other attack where she flies high up into the sky and just rains down balls of fires on you. That attack is exclusive to normal and expert difficulty. I would know because I've been hit by the damn thing. Goodbye. Whew. Oh wow. And like that we got Queen Bee, who is pretty nifty, but I can't show her off because I don't have the biometal energy. I presume that's the main computer, which controls the energy furnaces. This can't be. The cooling function and can't keep pace with the thermal runaway. Rip out the core module and shut down the main computer by force. How are we gonna take out the core module? It's huge. Hey, change it to Queen Bee. She was carrying some kind of container before, right? Shouldn't we be able to raise the core module of the way she did? When you morph into Queen Bee, you can fly by pressing the jump button. But when you fly, your BM gauge goes down. To lift the core module, first get on top of it and press down on the control pad to dock. When the core module is docked, press the jump button and to fly away with the module. Who knows? There may be other things you can dock with. If you find something in the area that you think you can dock with, give it a try. So as Model A explained, transformation. Queen Bee can fly. By the way, this is the attack in question. Arrows. Top of the core, and there you go. It seems to have switched over to its subsystem somehow, and the thermal runaway has stopped. The auto recovery system should kick in momentarily. Thank you for your help. Data disk. So yeah, that's 2 new transformations. This report has been submitted. This is Thomas. Albert seems to be retrieving Model W's from everywhere. Actually, we've just gotten confirmation of Model W activity in the quarry at Hunter's camp. Hunters have Mavericks pinned down, but they can't move in any further because of the rough terrain. It's up to you to get into the quarry. Then, find and retrieve the Model W. The reports tell us that there's a large airship closing in on the quarry. Albert may already be aware of what's going on, so be careful. So, let's save ourselves the trouble and warp back to Hunter's camp. And with that, we can call it a part. Whew. Made a bit more progress this time around. By the way, I should add, I know that I haven't really been using the profile section much, but I think it's easier to just show like what the form can do. We still gotta give this to somebody. Water-filled bucket. This is a bucket. Dear God. There's more. No. By the way, here's our current mission. Completed missions. Huh, weird. So based on the way this... I never noticed this, but like based on the way this is organized, I think it's like you're intended to do the center first, then highway, then ruins, then scrapyard. But we did highway first, then ruins, then scrapyard, then the center. I really noticed. Yeah, we're gonna call that a part. Next time on megamanzxadvent, we are gonna make our way to the quarries to figure out what's going on with the Model W down there. If you enjoyed this part, feel free to like and subscribe, and while you're at it, check out my non-gaming stuff over on Tumblr. And while you're at it, feel free to, if you're able to, feel free to donate to either my Patreon or Ko-Fi. Links to both will be in the description. Either one helps. And again, if the parts of Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth become more sporadic, that's because I'm doing a hell of a lot of level grinding. So yeah, see you all next time for some more Mega Man ZX. Bye.